Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, everybody? This is Joseph Collin coming to you with your Monday Night Raw review on Monday, May 4th, 2020. We had the go home show to Money in the Bank, which is 6 days away for Monday Night Raw. I am not gonna rant on tonight's review like I did the past 2 weeks with Nia Jax and Jinder Mahal. I'm not gonna scream. I don't scream, but raise my voice. I'm gonna try to keep it calm and collective and be as calm as I can. First of all, this was not a good show tonight by any means necessary, and we'll talk about it. This was not a good show tonight. This was not a good way to get excited for the pay-per-view on Sunday with Money in the Bank. There were a whole lot of negatives, which we'll talk about. But there are a few positives on this show as well. There are a few positives. AJ Styles won the gauntlet match. I got no problem with that. I love AJ Styles. I'd love to see AJ Styles back in the championship picture on Monday Night Raw. Aleister Black cut a pretty damn good promo tonight. Back at the closet, but he was still damn good. And even though WWE fed Liv Morgan to Charlotte, Liv Morgan continues to impress me on a weekly basis. She has gotten so much better since coming back. I feel like coming back with her new character. She's gotten better in the ring. It's very great to see. The rest of the stuff on the show was just not it. The gauntlet match, which we'll probably talk about the most, was terribly booked. And I will talk about why. But before I talk about Monday Night Raw, make sure you guys go check out previous videos last week on Big Five channel. We got the AEW review, the AEW Dynamite review, NXT review with Damian Priest and Keith Lee, and then we got news and rumors talking about Florida allowing 25% capacity for sporting event. Whatever, you guys know what I mean. Go check that out. Without further ado, man, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. It started off with same way we did last week, the VIP lounge with MVP. Last week, it was the Monday Night Raw men's Money in the Bank ladder match qualifiers. This week we had the women's qualifiers. So we had Asuka out there, Shayna Baszler, and Nia Jax. And, I mean, I just could not get into this segment. And this segment was just not good. It was not good whatsoever. Number one, it accomplished nothing going into the ladder match on Sunday. Number two, I said it on the Raw review a few times, but I just cannot get into Asuka's character whatsoever. I know a lot of people like her character and think it's funny, but I just don't like it, and I can't take Asuka serious whatsoever. And it was just boring. And Nia Jax was the first segment of the show, so my excitement went down immediately. It went down immediately for this show tonight, seeing Nia Jax. And then Shayna and Asuka were arguing, and they kicked Nia Jax down while she was sitting on the table. And that was that. Nothing much happened here. They accomplished absolutely nothing going into the women's ladder match. And after the gauntlet match, I'll talk about both ladder matches because I did not review SmackDown on Friday night. I chose not to. So, both men's and women's ladder matches will be happening at the same time. I'll talk about that after I talk about this gauntlet match that took up an hour of the show. So, we got the gauntlet match, last chance gauntlet, where the winner would face, or the winner would get the last spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. So we start off the gauntlet match with Bobby Lashley and Titus O'Neil. I guess Titus O'Neil took off the apron as head chef of catering to get squashed by Bobby Lashley in 40 seconds. Because that's exactly what happened. Spear, Titus O'Neil is out of there. Up next, Akira Tozawa. Akira Tozawa loses to Bobby Lashley in 20 seconds. So, he loses to Bobby Lashley in 20 seconds here. Why should I take Akira Tozawa seriously in the Cruiserweight Championship tournament now? I'm just saying. Next, Shelton Benjamin comes in. Shelton Benjamin gets a little bit of offense in on Bobby Lashley. But Bobby Lashley spears Shelton Benjamin, and Bobby Lashley beats Shelton Benjamin in 3 minutes. Then we get to Humberto Carrillo. We get the commercial break, and Bobby Lashley is beating the shit out of Humberto Carrillo. He just can't stop. He's stomping away on Humberto Carrillo, and the ref calls for the bell, and he says Bobby Lashley has been disqualified. So Bobby Lashley gets disqualified. He beats Humberto up a little more, and then he gives Humberto a spear. So then Angel Garza comes out. And I'm like, oh, okay. Angel Garza can pick the pieces, and Angel Garza beats Humberto. If Angel Garza wins this gauntlet match, I would not have a problem with it whatsoever. This was Humberto and Angel Garza. Obviously, the best match of this gauntlet, but what do you think happens? Do you think a fresh Angel Garza beats up a beaten up Humberto Carrillo? Of course not. Of course not. Humberto Carrillo rolls up Angel Garza, and Garza gets the victory over... Humberto gets the victory over Angel Garza. And then Austin Theory comes in. You think Austin Theory has a shot against Humberto, right? You think maybe Austin Theory could beat Humberto Carrillo. What do you think happens? Humberto rolls up Austin Theory, and Humberto beats Austin Theory. So now we're down to two. Humberto Carrillo and the returning AJ Styles. Yes, AJ Styles is back from the Boneyard match at WrestleMania against The Undertaker. And AJ Styles taps out Humberto with the calf crusher. And AJ Styles is the last spot, or gets the last spot, my apology. Don't worry, I'm not sick. AJ Styles gets the last spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Now let me just get this off straight away, and then we'll talk about the match. I'm happy AJ Styles is back. I love AJ Styles, and I think AJ Styles in the Money in the Bank ladder match fits great. It fits great for him. It makes sense. He brings that star power that the Money in the Bank ladder match needs. It's got great superstars like Daniel Bryan, who brings star power, Rey Mysterio, and AJ Styles just brings more star power to the match and makes the match hopefully better for the men's ladder match, for their sake. But let's talk about this match, man. Let's talk about this entire gauntlet match. Bobby Lashley stuff. I found it necessary. I did not find it necessary, my apology, unless WWE is really pushing for a Bobby Lashley-Brock Lesnar match. That's the only reason I could see them giving Bobby Lashley these quick wins the past couple weeks, and he got 3 of them in this gauntlet match. And then, what did Titus O'Neil, Akira Tozawa, Shelton Benjamin, and Humberto Carrillo do to deserve a chance to qualify for Money in the Bank? Catering. They've been in catering for weeks. Akira Tozawa has lost. He lost to Jinder Mahal last week. Akira Tozawa lost to Jinder Mahal in 2 minutes. Yeah, he gets a chance to qualify for Money in the Bank. I don't get it. And then, Jesus, man. Humberto Carrillo defeats both Angel Garza and Austin Theory. And 4 weeks in, we're 4 weeks in with this new stable of Andrade, Angel Garza, and Austin Theory. And man, I can't remember them winning a single match ever since after that episode that that faction debuted in. They lost and lose and lose. They lost to Drew McIntyre. They lost that 6-man gauntlet. Andrade did not pin Apollo Crews last week. And now this week, they both lost to a injured Humberto Carrillo. Buried. All this stable does is lose. They lose every single time. They have not won one match as a stable outside of Akira Tozawa. Buried. The definition of buried. AJ Styles is going to Money in the Bank. I was going to talk about the both women's and men's ladder matches happening at the same time, but I'm going to save that for my Money in the Bank predictions, and I'll talk about that at the end of this video. Plans for the Money in the Bank predictions video. So now that we got that gauntlet match out of the way, thank God. Whoever booked that match, whoever booked that gauntlet match tonight, you deserve to be fired. And I don't want to say that for what's happening right now with this pandemic, but my God, that's horrendous. That really is horrendous. Seth Rollins interview. I forgot to mention this in the beginning. This was actually probably the best thing on the entire show tonight, if you're going to be honest. So Seth's in there with Charlie Caruso. He said, I don't want to beat Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. He said, I need to beat Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Because the Monday Night Raw needs a leader like myself. And Drew McIntyre's not ready to be a leader. And Drew McIntyre's not ready to go through the suffrage and the struggles that it is to be a champion. And he runs down that match. And he said, this is more important than myself and Drew McIntyre. This is for the WWE Championship. This match is all about the WWE Championship. And I love that they said that, because sometimes in championship matches, they don't make the championship important. But in this match, it just feels like for this match, the championship feels very important. So I got to give WWE props to that. And I got to give props to them for this Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre feud, because I'm actually enjoying it. I'm enjoying it really well. The build has been very good for this match, and I would say outside the ladder matches, I'm looking forward to this match the most. Excluding the ladder matches, out the entire match card at Money in the Bank, I'm probably looking forward to this the most. I'm not going to lie. This was very good from Seth Rollins. Ricochet and Cedric Alexander versus Shane Thorne and Brendan Vink. I barely paid attention to the match, except the result, and Cedric and Ricochet lost. Yes, I will say it again. Cedric Alexander and Ricochet lost to Shane Thorne and Brandon Vink, who was supposed to be an enhancement tag team on Monday Night Raw. Feels like Vince is running out of, don't want to use the new toys anymore with Cedric and Ricochet. Sucks. They're 3-3 as a tag team, and they're already losing steam. Only a few weeks in, they're losing steam as a tag team. They lost to an enhancement jobber tag team. Good job, WWE. Good job. Now, I really don't care about Cedric and Ricochet. I want to care about them, but losses like this are not going to make me interested in them. They're really not. It sucks. We go from that to another tag team match. Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders. Now, I know I've seen a lot of people on social media say how good this tag team match was, and these two teams have great chemistry together, whatever. For my opinion, this match went way too long. 22 minutes for a non-title match between the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits should never happen. One, because you got the Viking Raiders who ended up winning this match with the Viking experience onto Angelo Dawkins. And what does this mean? They didn't officially announce it on the show, but we're more than likely getting this match again with the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits at the pay-per-view, this time for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And what do you think is going to happen then? Are the Viking Raiders going to beat the Street Profits, become the tag team champions? No, the Street Profits are going to retain, and they're going to go down the 50-50 booking route. And it sucks. It sucks that WWE operates by that. And they always will. They always will. It sucks. It really does. So, the Viking Raiders win in 22 minutes. And we're more than likely getting the match again at the pay-per-view on Sunday. Aleister Black then cuts a promo. He's got smoke behind him and creepy music, which I really liked. It got a nice touch to the promo. He's like to AJ Styles, how does it feel to be buried 6 feet deep under dirt? In the darkness and not being able to see anything. And then you want to talk about throwing me off this building, which is WWE headquarters. And he's like, you better hope I better not get back up. So I get back up, I will climb that ladder, I will kick your head off and grab the contract. Nice and simple, good promo for Aleister Black, and I'm kind of conflicted. It's either going to be Aleister Black or AJ Styles who become the Money in the Bank, and I'll have to make a decision by my predictions video coming up on Friday. Then Charlotte came out for a promo. I'm not even going to talk about it because as soon as I heard Charlotte talking, I got up, I went to the bathroom. I even tweeted it out. Charlotte Flair equals bathroom break. And then I come back and I see Charlotte and Liv Morgan in a match, and I think immediately, wow, Liv Morgan is riding a lot of momentum right now. Are they really gonna feed Liv Morgan to Charlotte? And that's exactly what they did. Charlotte defeated Liv Morgan before her match with Io Shirai on NXT. However, the match was very good between these two. Liv Morgan has impressed me so much with her in-ring ability, with her matches against Ruby Riott and her match with Asuka a few weeks ago, and now this match. She has really came her way. And if Liv Morgan got a championship match in the near future, I would not have a problem with it. This woman has, we could tell, worked very hard since she has came back, and she looks great. She looks great in the ring and impressing me and other fans on Monday Night Raw. We get an announcement that next week on Raw, Becky Lynch is going to confront the Women's Money in the Bank holder. Spoiler alert, a Raw Women's Superstar is going to win the Women's Money in the Bank. So that right there tells you that either Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, or Asuka is going to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. Because you think Dana Brooke has a shot at winning the match? No. You think Lacey Evans has a shot at winning the match? No. You think Carmella has a shot at winning the match? No. So that right there tells you that either Asuka, Shayna Baszler, or Nia Jax are going to win the Money in the Bank. God forbid Nia Jax wins Money in the Bank, man. Holy shit. God forbid Nia Jax wins Money in the Bank. If Nia Jax wins the Money in the Bank briefcase Sunday night, I will come on right here on this channel and I will give you guys the most heated rant I have ever done since having this channel. I promise you. I promise you. Close the show with Drew McIntyre and Buddy Murphy. And the match went 6 minutes. Buddy Murphy was trying to do his own version of the Claymore. 3, 2, 1. He ran right into a Claymore kick from Drew McIntyre. Murphy sold the Claymore kick beautifully. And Drew McIntyre beat Murphy in 6 minutes. After the match, Rollins comes in. He's looking to get in the ring and fight McIntyre. McIntyre wants to fight him. He even gets on his knees to tell him to fight him. And Rollins bails. Rollins bails out. He's walking to the back. Drew McIntyre's theme song plays. He's talking to the camera. Drew McIntyre turns around. Rollins gives him a super kick. Has the championship in his hands. Puts it down, goes to stomp McIntyre. McIntyre moves, gives him a glass nail kiss. And then McIntyre goes for the Claymore and Rollins rolls out the ring. That was your Monday Night Raw. Go home show before Money in the Bank. That was Monday Night Raw. Overall, this was not a good show by any means necessary. You had again a few positives, but mostly negatives. This was not a good episode of Raw, in my opinion. And we'll see what happens with Money in the Bank on Sunday. I'm hoping it's a good show. And I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys for watching this review. If you haven't already, subscribe right here on the Big Fight Fuel channel. We got lots of content up for you guys this week. Tomorrow night, I'll be doing Herb Abrams' Dark Side of the Ring review. We'll talk about that here on the channel. Wednesday night, AEW Dynamite, looking like a pretty good show. NXT on Thursday. NXT is looking like a takeover show. 2 championship matches, and Johnny Gargano versus Dominik Dijakovic, and also Karrion Kross makes his debut. Friday, I'll be on the channel for your Money in the Bank predictions, preview and predictions. And I will not be alone for your Money in the Bank preview predictions, because I will be here with my co-partner of the Big Fight Fuel channel, Eddie Mullins. He'll be on here talk about Money in the Bank with me, and we will give our predictions for this Sunday's Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and your Money in the Bank review will happen on Sunday night. Comment down below what you thought of this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. Like this video with a super kick. Follow me on Twitter at Conlon_Joseph. You can follow me on Instagram as well at Conlon_Joseph. And follow Eddie on Twitter at Eddie Moans 515. Guys, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to get some sleep, upload this, and I'll catch you tomorrow for your Dark Side of the Ring review right here on the Big Fight Fuel channel.